This is Big Leagues Country Roads Rankings. Yoo-hoo!
Hello again, everybody, and welcome inside the Country Roads Rankings, brought to you by Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. I am Travis, KMAC, Big Mac, Big League, whatever you want to call me, go ahead. Travis Berardi here with your boys and girls small school Division III and Division IV top 10 basketball teams in North Central Ohio. And we're going to start today with the boys side of things. And before I get to my top 10, as always, it's time to look at one of the teams that are just on the outside looking in. Last week it was Northmore, but they lost to two teams, New Hope Academy as well as Pleasant, in two tough games. So that'll drop them out of the outside looking in category. But welcome inside to that category, Western Reserve, the Fighting Chris Sheldons. 7 of the last 10 games have been victories. They're 10-7 now, so they deserve to be on just the outside looking in. But without further ado, let's take a look at my top 10 teams. And at number 10, it is the Centerburg Trojans, 13-7. They lost to Fredericktown in Freddyburg. However, they did knock off a very good North Union squad. So the number 11 team in the Central District in Division III, the number 2 team, number 12 team in Region 11 is the Centerburg Trojans. Now to our number 9 team, the Mansfield Christian Flames, the Fighting Amar Davises, 13-5. They went 1-1 last week with a loss to Lucas in a game you saw live and free on the OH Report. But they did beat Tree of Life Christian, a team that's in the middle of the Division IV Central District. So the Fighting Amar Davises at 13-5. They are the number 4 seed, like I said, in that Willard district, and they could possibly take on Colonel Crawford in a district semifinal if they can make their way there. To my number 8 team, the KMAC champion, Fredericktown Freddies, 14-7. They as well went 1-1 this past week, knocking off Centerburg and Freddyburg, but then losing to Columbus Academy, a top 5 seed in the D3 Central District. But Fredericktown still in the top 10 at number 8. Our number 7 team, the Winford Royals. Winford 0-2 last week, but they lost to two good teams in Mohawk and Crawford, or ahead of them in the Country Roads rankings. So they dropped down to number 7, as well as the Seneca East Tigers. Seneca East coming in at 12-7. They had losses as well to Colonel Crawford and Mohawk this past week. So the number 6 team dropping down is Seneca East. Now to number 5, and the Lucas Cubs. Lucas now moving up 15-4. They went 1-1. They lost to Willard in a game you saw, a close one at Willard by 3 points, but then knocking off Mansfield Christian. So they stay right up in the top 5 at number 5. Now to my number 4 team, the Colonel Crawford Eagles. Colonel Crawford went 2-0 last week. Seneca East, Winford victories, 14-5 overall. They're the top team in the Willard District in D4, and they're the number 5 overall team in region number 13. Now to the top 3. At number 3, it's Cary. You could say actually 2A and 2B because these teams are so close. Cary 16-3, the number 3 overall team in the D3 Lima District, and they are number 6 in Region 10, and they are fighting with the number 2 team, Mohawk, for that Northern 10 championship. It's probably going to come down to the game you'll see next Friday live and free with myself and Andy Jardy on the OH Report, because Mohawk 18-2, 2-0 against Winford and Seneca East this past week. The top team in the Findlay District in D4, and the number 4 overall team in Region 14. And to my number 1 team, the Crestview Cougars, staying up there, defeating New London, their lone win last week to clinch the Firelands Conference Championship. The Cougars, the number 2 team in the Division III Norwalk District, just behind Cardinal Stritch, the number 8 overall team in Region 10, but they may have to face a team like Winford in a sectional championship, a team maybe like a Mansfield Christian or something like that. If Mansfield Christian was actually in Division III, they're not. But anyway, they might face Winford in a sectional championship game even before getting to districts. That should be a good matchup for the Cougars. But that'll do it for my boys' Country Roads rankings. Let me know what do you think of these rankings this week, as we're coming up on the last 2 weeks of the boys' regular season? So the last couple weeks left of the Country Roads rankings as well. So let me know what you think of it. Put it in the comments section, and maybe I'll get back to you. But we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the girls' side of things right here, live and free on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
This is Big Leagues Country Roads Rankings. Yoo-hoo!
I'm back in the Country Roads Rankings, brought to you by, once again, Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. KMAC Trav, Berardi here now with the top 10 girls small school Division III and Division IV teams here in North Central Ohio. And once again, before I get to my top 10, let's look at a couple teams that are just on the outside looking in. Cardington, tough loss to Mount Gilead to lose the KMAC championship, and then they fell to a really good Clear Fork squad. They're just on the outside looking in at number, say, 12. And then Danville as well. They are on the outside looking in. But without further ado, let's take a look at my girls' top 10 rankings. And at number 10, the Winford Lady Royals, 3-0 against some teams they're supposed to beat to move the 12-8 on the season. They're number 7 in that Shelby district, number 25 overall in region number 10. At number 9, the Cary Lady Devils put up a big fight against Upper Sandusky, a game they lost in overtime, but 15-6. They went 2-1 last week. They're the top team in the Fostoria district, number 9 overall in region number 14. So Cary staying in the top 10 at 15-6. And another team at 15-6, the Mohawk Lady Warriors, the number 2 overall team in the Fostoria district, number 10 overall in region 14. They beat Western Reserve but fell to Colonel Crawford last week, and that's why they stay at number 8. At number 7, the Loudonville Lady Birds. Loudonville 15-5. They lost 2 tough ones to a team in, I believe it was Canton that they played, and Worcester as well. 15-5 though. They are the number 4 team in the Worcester district and number 14 overall in region number 9. They are my number 7 team. At number 6, there are the Lady Eagles of Colonel Crawford, 15-5. They went 2-0 last week. They knocked off Monroeville and Mohawk. Number 3 team in the Shelby district in D3, number 12 overall in region number 10. Now to number 5 in that team you saw knock off Cary in overtime, 69-65. The Upper Sandusky Lady Rams, 15-6 overall. That Cary victory was their lone victory of the week. Number 2 in that Shelby district, number 9 overall in region number 10. To my number 4 team, the Clear Fork Lady Colts, with the biggest jump with 2 big wins. They're at 14-7. They had that 2-point victory over the Lady Whippets of Shelby that you saw live and free last week. And then they knocked off the KMAC runners-up in Cardington a couple nights ago as well to go to 14-7, and the number 4 team in the Shelby district in D3. Number 11 overall now in region number 10. Now to my number 3 team, the Mount Gilead Lady Indians, the KMAC champs. For the first time in school history, KMAC champs, 3rd overall conference championship, 17-5. They went 3-0 last week. You saw all 3 games live and free on the OH Report. They're the number 4 team in the Columbus district, the number 12 team in region 15. Now to the top 2, and at number 2, Pleasant, 17-4 after a 1-0 week. They're the number 4 team in the Central District, number 5 in Region 12, and they can clinch a share of the MOAC Championship with a victory in their final game. And my final team this week, the number 1 team, Buckeye Central, 17-3. 1-0 last week, the top team in the Willard District, and they moved up now. They are the number 2 overall team in region number 13, right behind Richmond Heights. So the Buckettes, once again, on top of my Country Roads Girls rankings. But as always, let me know how I did. If there's any teams you want in there, what spots they should be, in the comments section. Let me know, and we'll do this again next week. The final girls rankings coming up next week. But that'll do it right now. I am Big Mac, KMAC, Paddywhack Trav, and this is the Country Roads Rankings, brought to you by Knox Community Hospital. And make sure also tonight during the Joe Show, I will break down on the boys' side the Division II Ashland, the Division III Norwalk, and the Division IV Willard districts with Coach Baylog. So make sure to tune in for that. But for now, I'm KMAC Trav, and I'm out.